Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael Kendi. I'm here speaking on behalf of Team Carbon, and I wanted to talk to you about our innovative decision support tool known as Carbon Possible. And our main objective is that we want to achieve net zero for the carbon hero. So there's a good problem at the moment, so we have two comparisons here. One is with a flight travelling around a 5,000 kilometre trip, which would be an average flight to New York, with 400 passengers, which equates to producing around 570 tonnes of CO2 equivalent. When we compare that to some Teagasc data from one dairy farm, we can see that the average emissions from that farm is around 502 CO2 equivalents for the whole year. However, that farm has the potential of storing up to 440 tonnes of CO2 in their soils per hectare. So my question is to you is, who do you think is going to be the net zero carbon hero? So there's a current challenge at the moment for farmers. Firstly, the measurement of greenhouse gas emissions or carbon emissions. They don't know who's doing it, they don't know how it's done or what way it is being done. And the second challenge is there's no decision support tool available for a farmer to see exactly what emissions his farm is emitting, depending on his farm enterprise, what he can put in place to help reduce them farm emissions. And then the final challenge then is what recognition or revenue is getting. So why should he bother doing all these practices to reduce his emissions? So this is where we step in. We bring a digital solution on a handheld device which will bring together measurement, which will be taken from field measurements on monitor farms of different sectors or enterprises. We'll then bring together predictions that will be done using national inventory emission conversion factors which are available. And then we'll combine the measurement and the prediction to give an accurate calculation for an individual farm. And the opportunity for this is that we will be able to release a decision support tool for farmers of different enterprises. It'll aid in reducing farm greenhouse gas emissions. I hope most of you are aware that there's currently a target of a 30% or 20% reduction in greenhouse gas emissions in agriculture by 2030. But we also want to ensure that this reduction coincides with farm profitability, that we're getting an economic efficient benefit that's environmentally sustainable, and also the development of agriculture to get access to carbon credit schemes as well going forward. So our revenue model. So generally for us, we want a sign-up fee for the first 2 months, and this will be followed by a monthly subscription after 2 months, and we want full access to all the farm data. For the farmer then, there's going to be a monthly greenhouse gas emissions report, which will be coming from monitor farms of similar farm enterprises, and this will give the total emissions reduction that will be gained from benchmarking these monitor farms or other farms of similar enterprises in that area. And then these farms that are the lowest greenhouse gas emitters can apply for monitor farm status, where we will give them monthly payments for this service. We will then develop access to the EU emissions trading scheme sector going forward. So I'd like to welcome you now to ask our team some questions on our service and device, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks for listening.